Welcome back, everybody, to the Empty Stats Podcast. This is episode 15. We went on a bit of a hiatus. We haven't recorded an episode in a while, so we apologize to the listeners that have been looking forward to an episode. To the very little of you who are looking forward to an episode,
shout out my dad.
This is for you. Welcome back, guys, to the pod. A lot of stuff has happened since the last time we recorded, which I believe was when the lockout ended.
Yeah.
I think that was our last time we recorded an episode. So a lot has happened since, the last time we recorded was about middle of March. So anyway, we're here. NBA playoffs start tomorrow. We're recording this Monday night. Baseball just kicked off on Thursday. So exciting times. National championship just ended. Our college basketball just ended. My bracket was horrible. So, you know, at least it was a good Final Four. You know, that's all you could ask for. Yeah, got a pretty legendary Final Four. You know, kind of can't ask for more than that.
My bracket was good until the second day.
My bracket just not good at all. I believe that says I got only 6.5% of my picks correct. Not a good tournament for your boy.
Ooh,
not a good tournament for your boy.
That Warren Buffett $1 million is not yours.
Never will be, and I don't think anybody ever will.
Really?
Get those $1 million bucks.
I think someone will in our lifetime.
Dude, you just can't predict it, bro.
I know you can't, but it only takes one.
It's just too many outcomes. It's too many outcomes. It's too many teams. A 68 team bracket, every single game correct. I agree it's not impossible, but it's pretty damn close to impossible.
It is, but it only takes one person to be right one time. I was in the same boat. I didn't think a 16 was ever going to beat a 1 seed, and it took UMBC to do it. So, you know, it can happen. It can, but
a 15 seed made the Elite 8. I didn't think that would ever happen either.
That's a good point.
But Doug Eddard, man.
Smoked.
Yeah. Unfortunate ending for my Kentucky Wildcats, you know, and our North Texas Mean Green for that matter. Man, you know, the conference tournament was a really tough loss. You know, we kind of got screwed a little bit. The Conference USA did schedule us for an 11 a.m. game after the nightcap.
Yeah.
So they kind of screwed us over in that department.
38.
But it was also one of the worst basketball games I've ever watched.
Yeah, we put up 38
points
in the game.
That wasn't good, but at least we almost beat Virginia.
We did almost beat Virginia. I was there.
At least we almost beat a Power 5 team in overtime.
Yeah. Imagine 5 years ago Virginia being the 1 seed, and now UNT is.
Imagine North Texas hosting the national champion from 2019.
Shout out Kyle Guy.
In the NIT for a chance to go to Madison Square Garden. Unbelievable.
Well, anyway, with basketball ramping up, tomorrow we have the play-in games.
Let's go, man. By the way, can you believe it? We're already at the playoffs. I feel like it was literally 2 weeks ago we were talking about Celtics-Knicks game of the year.
And is the Celtics being bad?
And like, dude, what happened? How did we get here?
I looked back at some of the our preseason award picks.
Not good.
Rough.
Not good.
I don't know. I think Giannis for defensive.
I just need to stop predicting. I think I just need to just stop predicting and just talk reactionary about what I see happening every night and go off that for the year.
You taking Luka for MVP?
Did I pick Luka for MVP?
Yeah.
Okay, not too far out of this. I mean, I think he's still getting kind of squeezed a little bit in the talk. I think he deserves at least third place talk now.
I think the only one any of us are going to get right is going to be Evan Mobley, but we'll get to that later.
Did I say Scotty Barnes for Rookie of the Year? Or did I say Cade?
I think you said Cade because Scotty Barnes wasn't what we.
Scotty Barnes was a pretty niche pick at the time. I think Evan Mobley at the time for you was still pretty niche.
Yeah, I was real big on the Evan Mobley train.
Yeah, that was a big hit. That was a big hit for you.
That's a check for the agenda.
You know who I'm feeling like that for this year? Feel like Chet Holmgren for this year is gonna be my Evan Mobley.
I feel like Chet Holmgren isn't as much of a sleeper underground as Evan Mobley.
Neither was Evan
I understand what you mean in terms of like that's the guy you're gonna ride with for the year. But it's like Evan Mobley also. I mean, even though Evan Mobley was a third pick, he still was kind of like Scotty Barnes, where it's like, project.
Yeah,
exactly.
But
exactly,
the one that always bites me is the Jarrett Culver. I thought Jarrett Culver was him.
Man, unfortunate for him. But
all right,
very intriguing play-in matches. Unfortunately, the Western Conference has two stinkers. We've got the Pelicans and the Spurs. Both teams are 10 games under 500 or worse. But besides those two teams, every team was 4 games above 5. Actually, no, the Clippers were 2 games above 500. Everybody else was 4 games or better above 500. So very good playoff pool this year. So, it's not like the past few years where you'll get like 2 teams in each conference, pretty under 500.
Like the Magic.
Right. It's pretty impressive that the Eastern Conference got 10 teams over 500 in the playoffs. So good as to the East. We've got the Nets and the Cavs tomorrow night, as well as the Timberwolves and Clippers. And then Hawks, Hornets, and Pelicans, Spurs are on Wednesday. So I needed a refresher on this because the play-in is a confusing process if you don't understand it. So the 7-8 plays each other. The winner of that game is the 7 seed in their respective conference. The loser then plays the winner of the 9-10 game. The loser of that game is just out of the picture in total. And then the winner of that second game becomes the 8 seed in that conference. So so the winner of this Nets Cavs game is going to become the 7 seed. Loser of that game will play the winner of the Hawks Hornets. Winner of T-Wolves Clippers becomes a 7. Loser plays the winner of Pelicans and Spurs. So I feel like predictions are pretty straightforward with this one. Yeah. I feel like majority. I don't know. What do you feel in that Pelicans Spurs game? Because it's a kind of a toss up for me.
Okay, so yeah, we can start in the West. Pelicans Spurs. I want to see the Spurs win, but I think CJ McCollum and that Pelicans team they're pretty good, especially with like Herb Jones being as good as he is.
It's an interesting matchup, right? Because like it's 2 teams at 10 games under 500 and worse, but they're both fighting for a playoff spot.
But they're both teams that could win a game.
But they have the opportunity to play for something. So I'm intrigued to see because both of these teams are kind of like those kind of like really kind of grind teams, those when you play the Pelicans and the Spurs, those are kind of grind games, especially the Spurs, of course, with Popovich.
The thing I'm coming out with is that the Pelicans at one time were like 3-13.
Right.
Ever since then, they've been a much better team. So I think the Pelicans are the better team. And I don't think it's going to be a particularly like blowout of a game, but I think the Pelicans might run away with it.
Right. I can see that. There's also part of me that feels like it's like a DeJounte Murray goes off game.
Yeah, but do we really? Okay. Winner of Minnesota Clippers, do we think the loser is going to lose to the Pelicans or the Spurs?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so we can write that game off.
No, it's not. But I don't know. It's an intriguing game. It's there. It's on the schedule.
It's a good game.
It's on the schedule. I mean, there's got to be a winner.
There has to be a winner, but I don't think the winner beats the Clippers.
One of these teams is going to play for the 8 seed.
Yeah, so I got the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans come out on top.
All right. So I got Minnesota beating the Clippers.
I have Minnesota.
I think Minnesota is quite an intriguing first round matchup.
Yeah, I've seen some people on Twitter say that they like Minnesota in this matchup, and I texted you saying, I don't want to see Minnesota. You have spoken
about this before.
I think the Minnesota team, they're super up and down. All it takes is one game for them to get hot, and they can blow you out by about 40. And I think they can do that to the Memphis team. So I think I'm going Memphis in 6.
Yeah, I think that Memphis Minnesota series, if it happens, is probably the series that has the most upset potential.
Right.
Phoenix isn't losing. Golden State probably isn't losing to Denver, especially with Steph Curry.
if the Clippers do face Phoenix, the Kawhi timetable starts to get a little
Especially, yeah,
interesting.
right. The Clippers with Paul George against the Spurs,
good.
against the Suns is definitely an interesting matchup for sure, especially after last year's conference finals.
So now I'm intrigued to see what the Kawhi timetable is because I was listening to like Kevin O'Connor say that he might be ramping up pretty soon. So I don't think he plays in the play-in game, but if they do make it into Phoenix, I wonder if he kind of gets in there for the past couple of games. So yeah, I'm taking Memphis in 6 because I think Minnesota can get hot, but they can also get really cold and not score for like 10 minutes.
I feel like I feel like if Minnesota plays Memphis, it'll feel like Memphis versus Utah last year, just inverse.
Okay.
Where Minnesota just gives it everything they have, like all they got, and really makes it a competitive series, but it's
fall
just
up short.
But the talent level just is
discrepancy.
Comes up bleeding in the end.
Okay, so I like Memphis in 6. What do you got?
Right. So Phoenix obviously is going to win their first round series. If they don't, then if Phoenix doesn't win their first round, if Phoenix gets upset, where does that rank in terms of upsets in NBA history?
Probably right behind the We Believe Warriors, the Mavs.
Okay.
Like right there.
Because the Suns won 64 games. That Mavs team won 65. Or did they go 67 and 15?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I think it was 67 and 15.
But this Phoenix team has a lot of hype around it. So if the Clippers do play Phoenix with I'm just gonna assume Kawhi doesn't play because I think it's kind of a stretch.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Suns in 5.
Yeah, I think a Suns Clippers series is. I think the Clippers probably still won in there. So I'm kind of on that sentiment. Suns in 5. I'd probably have Grizzlies. I say Grizzlies in 5 over Minnesota. Okay. Golden State, I think, beats Denver in 6.
I really like the 6 number, so I'm going to be going to that a lot.
Right. I think it's a fair number to choose because I mean a lot of these matchups are going to be really competitive.
There's not a matchup that I'm looking at that's going to be
no series. Wow. I don't think any series is going to be a sweep.
Even the 8-1s this year are going to be interesting.
Right. I don't think any series is really going to be a sweep unless the Pelicans or the Spurs sneak into the 8 seed, then probably.
Right.
But
right.
I mean, I think just the talent level is just so on par with each other. Even. It's like, these series are going to go deep. Like there are going to be some, especially in the East, some 7-game series. We'll get into that. But
okay, so
Phoenix, I think all the top seeds win, and of course we'll get into the Mavs with Luka because of course all of us are scared. We don't know what's going on. They don't want to tell us anything, but I think it's better that they aren't saying a lot right now because I think they're just kind of taking it. I think they're just taking it day by day.
Right. Don't want to say anything yet.
Right, and I think it's a positive sign that he was spotted walking already on a boot.
Right.
If he's walking on his own power on a boot, I think he'll be fairly okay.
That's all you can ask for.
Right.
All right, so we got Golden State and Denver as our next matchup.
Is Curry playing in this series?
Curry's still not back, but I assume he'll be back either at the beginning or halfway through the series.
Right.
They haven't released anything that I've seen about it.
As of yesterday, Kerr said that Curry's availability is likely to go down to the wire.
Okay.
Kerr said it's literally going to be a day-to-day thing as it unfolds this week. We'll know a lot more after the next few days when he's ramping up his work.
If Steph misses 2 or more games, I want the Warriors in 7. If Steph comes back by game 2, give me Warriors in 5. Because Draymond's the perfect person to put on Jokic.
Right.
And you got no one else to slow down Steph Curry.
I think
Jamal Murray probably hasn't come back yet.
No, Jamal Murray is not going to come back. I don't think Porter Jr. is coming back. Or is he back?
I think Porter – no, he's not yet. But I think the people that I've listened to in the Nuggets media say that they're ramping up, but it's just a matter of how long they can keep ramping up.
NBA teams love that phrase right now, ramping up. God, you're hearing it with Ben Simmons. Bro, they're saying Ben Simmons is ramping up. What is he doing?
Just taking mid-range jumpers.
Bro, he's not doing anything. Mike Malone said that Jamal Murray's return unclear.
I want to see him back, but I just don't think he will.
Right.
So what do you like? What's your number for Golden State Denver?
I don't want to keep saying like every series in 6, but that's just what I feel like. I feel like, the series are competitive enough where the lower seeds are going to steal a game or two, but the higher seeds are just going to favor in the end, Like, I don't think series are going to go really deep in 7. Although I think I think Utah is going to take the Mavs deep if Luka misses at least 2 games.
Yeah, that's the next series.
I think Dallas wins in 7 if Luka misses at least 2 games.
Okay.
If Luka misses if Luka misses no games, Dallas in 5. If Luka, I think it's kind of like, add and subtract. If he misses none, I think Mavs win in 5. If he misses a game, I think Mavs win in 6. If he misses 2 or more, I think we win 7.
Okay.
But I do think if Luka doesn't even play a game in this series, I still think it's winnable for us.
Okay. My personal belief and hope is he plays in game 1. I just think he will, knowing who he is as a competitor. Should he is the question.
Right.
I don't know if he necessarily should, but I think he will. So if that happens, if Luka plays, I got Mavs in 6 again. But if Luka doesn't play 2 or more games, I got Jazz in 7.
Right.
Because I think Donovan
it's painful to say, but like Utah, like they've
Utah
really
isn't a
opened up an
slouch.
opportunity right here. It's like they've really struggled recently. They're 4-6 in their last 10 games, but
even worse before that.
But you just even get just the slimmer of hope that Luka is either going to miss time or he's just going to be playing hurt. Where it's like it's an opportunity to strike now for them.
You give Donovan Mitchell that opening, he can go for 50.
Exactly. Right.
And Rudy Gobert can just kill Dwight Powell, but they hate each other now. So, hey. All right.
And it'll be interesting to see how these two teams play because, I mean, going back just, a little bit over 2 weeks ago, I mean, these two teams were Gobert and Luka were jawing at each other.
Yeah.
Mitchell and Gobert were jawing at each other. Like, there is some beef being marinated right now.
Quick side note.
Beef is being marinated in the fridge between these two teams right now.
Quick side note. Rudy Gobert was suspected or was talked about in trade talks to the Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see that.
I've heard plenty of sentiments that like people would like Gobert on the team. Where it's like he would be the finishing touch.
Oh, okay. One more thing before we go out east. I saw a thing. It was what position or how many point guards are better than Russell Westbrook? I want to ask you.
Right.
Okay. Chris Paul.
I'm gonna say at least 10. At least 10 point guards are better than Russell Westbrook.
Okay. Chris Paul.
Yep.
Chris Paul. Oh, not
Chris Paul. Chris Paul. CP3.
Okay. Chris Paul. Steph Curry.
Cliff Paul. Chris Paul Jr.
No.
His son's name isn't even Chris Paul Jr., is it? His kid actually has a name, doesn't he?
I think so. Okay, we got Chris Paul at 1.
Stephen Curry.
Steph Curry.
Ja Morant.
Darius Garland. Trae Young. LaMelo Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie Irving.
Yep.
Drew Holiday.
DeJounte Murray,
I like more. D'Angelo Russell. Are we giving the nod to D'Angelo Russell?
I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. Damian
Lillard, yeah. Even
James
though this
Harden.
year was a down year.
James Harden.
Are we considering Harden a point guard?
Yeah.
Is Luka a point guard in our eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then Luka.
So 12.
Then Luka.
Jalen Brunson.
Fred VanVleet. Is he a point guard?
Yep. Are we giving Kyle Lowry the benefit of the doubt?
Kyle Lowry? So. I like Kyle Lowry better than Russell Westbrook. That's for sure.
I do too. De'Aaron Fox.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh
man. Jalen Green? Question mark.
No, not yet. Cade Cunningham.
Josh Giddey.
Cade Cunningham might be better than Russell Westbrook. That is.
You could make an argument.
That is 18 point guards. Anyway,
it's a lot of names, man. It's a lot of names.
And then you could even argue like Lonzo Ball.
I mean, when Lonzo Ball was like on top of his game in December, January,
you could
argue
when
those Bulls were getting it going, like it was arguable. You give me a statement. All right, Let's go out east because
Out
this is
east,
where it
alright.
gets juicy. Dude, we have every team is at least 4 games over 500 or better. I don't know the last
insane.
time that's ever happened in the Eastern Conference.
Probably never.
Because the Eastern Conference has always been known as the shithole conference that LeBron has ran through his entire career. But now it's a pretty deep conference.
LeBron come
And,
out west. You can't even make the playoffs. What's up with that?
and the 10 seed is
Not my goat.
Well, I guess the 9 and 10 seeds are both the same record. So in the play-in, we got the 7-seeded Brooklyn Nets hosting the 8-seeded Cavaliers. Kyrie can play at home games now. KD is going to play. But
Evan Mobley
no,
just came back.
Evan
No
Mobley
Jared
just came
Allen.
back. No Jared Allen for Cleveland tomorrow.
Mhm.
And Garland is playing.
Levert should
So-
be playing.
Right. So hopefully Cleveland is getting guys back because
I'm
there
gonna
was a stretch in time where they were just depleted beyond belief.
I'm gonna say Brooklyn wins by at least 15.
Yeah, I have Brooklyn winning it, but I still think Cleveland takes the 8 over either Atlanta or Charlotte. Although
I like Atlanta.
Cleveland Atlanta is going to be a close game if they play each other. I feel like
So you think Atlanta over Charlotte?
yes.
Okay, so do
I'm
I.
sorry.
I like Atlanta over Charlotte because I saw Charlotte in the play-in game last year against the Pacers.
I just
and they
don't think their interior
imploded.
defense is going to do anything against
like
John
it- I
Collins
think
or Clint
Atlanta-
Capella.
I think Atlanta beats Cleveland.
I think Atlanta Cleveland's going to be a pretty close game. I think it's
I think
pretty
Atlanta
favorable.
Cleveland will be the best game in the play-in.
I think it's pretty evenly matched, especially with Atlanta right now and
Playing
them
super
on
well.
their hot streak. So
So in
if
which
so,
case,
if that's the case, so the 1-seeded Heat would play. I
either
think it's going to
Atlanta
be
or Cleveland.
Cleveland. I think it's going to
I
be
take
Cleveland.
Atlanta.
You think it's going to be
I
Cleveland?
think Atlanta. I think
And you think it's going to be Atlanta?
I'd like Miami in 4.
I think the Heat, honestly, if depends, because if Allen's able to come back by the series, if he's not, or is he?
I don't think it
Or we think
matters.
he's
I
show
think
for the
I
year.
think Cleveland in 4 over Atlanta and Cleveland in 5 over or Miami in 4 over Atlanta, Miami in 5 over Cleveland.
Yeah,
I think the Miami Heat team is really good and
Yeah.
no one talks about it.
I'm with you there. All right,
2-7.
now we get on to the juicy stuff. 2-7 in the
Oh.
East is Boston, Brooklyn.
Insane that we're gonna see Kyrie match up against the Celtics in the playoffs.
Kyrie,
Maybe.
KD, Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum in the first round of the NBA playoffs.
And
War.
Time Lord.
War.
It's notable to say that Time Lord is out for Boston. He looks to
Yep.
be coming back. It sounds like he's ramping up.
He's actually
come back.
like gonna play. I thought he was gonna be shot for the year.
I think he's coming back pretty soon. I think this was halfway through the first round or halfway through the second round. I don't remember which one. But if
Gotcha.
they make the second round for sure, he's coming back.
Gotcha.
Give me
So
Boston
in this
in
series, Boston in 7. I feel like.
Boston in 7 as well.
Yeah.
I
think it'll be really competitive, and it would not shock me if Brooklyn won the series. There's just
If
part of me
Brooklyn-
that feels like something's just gonna go Boston's way, and they're gonna pull it out. It's either gonna be Kyrie has a shit game, a Tatum game winner, or something. Something that just gives Boston a win when they
Foot on
like
the
shouldn't
line.
have deserved it.
I think Boston's the better team. I think if Ben Simmons plays, I got Nets in 5 if Ben Simmons plays.
That's quite
Because-
the drastic flip because of
Well, you
Ben
can put
Simmons,
him
who
on-
hasn't played in
I know, but you
quite
can put him
some
on
time.
Jason. I'm saying like peak like Ben Simmons, like
Gotcha.
next year when they're all healthy, because you can put
Right.
him on Tatum. Because no one's gonna guard Tatum on this team. Who you putting on? A Bruce Brown?
Bruce Brown,
Bruce Brown.
pretty much.
So and then you put who on Jalen? KD,
KD.
Seth. So I like
Yeah.
Boston in 7.
Yeah, I think as the series goes on, the matchups are going to favor the Celtics more.
Mhm.
And plus, the Celtics defense has just been so good.
But you can just never count out Kevin Durant.
Exactly. A 7 seed with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Of
just
course you can't count them
that
out. They have better championship odds than anybody else in the league, and they were the 7 seed.
If I wasn't a Mavs fan, this would be the series I'd want to watch the most. Like
Yeah.
this would be my most tuned into series is Boston versus
Yeah,
the Nets.
same.
3-6, we got
3-6 is a bit of a
Milwaukee,
stinker.
Chicago.
Honestly, don't know if it's a hot take to say, but I have
Milwaukee
Bucks.
sweeps.
I have Bucks in a sweep.
I have Bucks in a sweep too.
Yeah, I have
No
Bucks in a
Lonzo.
sweep.
Caruso's looking
Just
off
there's
and
just no
on.
momentum for Chicago at all.
Zach LaVine's injured.
And when you have a lineup of
Giannis.
Giannis, Holiday, and Middleton, it's some of the best basketball in the league.
I wouldn't. Are you? I went on a Twitter community, and I tweeted, if your team made the playoffs or play in, who's your team's X factor? I got like 48 replies, like 50 likes. A lot of people were saying, for like Milwaukee fans were saying Chris Middleton. If Chris Middleton plays well, it's no one can beat them. And then a lot of Bulls fans said Lonzo Ball, but he's out, so that doesn't count. DeMar DeRozan, Vucevic. I just don't think Chicago has the fire.
Like Chicago's gonna need Ayo Dosunmu to like
Patrick Williams is in the
go
replies.
God mode if they really want to have a chance in the series.
Yeah, Caruso. I got a lot of Bulls replies now that I'm looking at this.
If the Bulls are full, if this was the November Bulls, then it'd be intriguing. But the Bulls also haven't shown that they are capable of even being a good team anyway. So I don't see really where the Bulls are going to be able to grab momentum in the series. I think Milwaukee just kicks them in the teeth, full throttle the entire series, and it's just going to be.
I think it was still a successful year for Chicago, even though it kind of ended poorly.
Right.
When
right.
cold.
You know, of course you can be disappointed about the year for Chicago, but a lot of it was also out of your control, right?
You can say that about Memphis too.
So many injuries with Chicago this year and still able to make the playoffs. But you also were able to see, you saw early in the season when all those guys were together, you saw what they're capable of. So, you know, there's plenty of room for improvement. And plus, and you never know with, you know, how next season goes. You never know if a team's going to fall off, team's going to get hurt and drop off a little bit. You never know.
You can say that about Memphis too, that no matter, even if they lose in the first round, their season was still a success in my opinion. They
won their first ever division title this year, which is insane.
I think they completely overachieved, even if they do end up losing the first, which I don't think they will.
Right.
4-5 Philly, Toronto is going to be crazy.
4-5 Philly, Toronto. And
Matisse
I don't know if it's a hot take to say it, but I have Toronto in the series.
Matisse cannot.
I have Toronto in 7.
Matisse can't play in Toronto.
Matisse can't play in Toronto, so that's a max 3 games he will miss.
Okay, so I have a friend that has $20 on this series, and he thinks the Philly's gonna win. And he's like, the easiest 20 I've ever made. And I was like, I like Philly in this series. Who are you putting on Joel Embiid to stop him?
I just don't think there's a bigger coaching discrepancy than Doc Rivers to Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse is going to have these Sixers in hell. They are going to have Harden in a cell, and it's pretty much going to be like Joel Embiid is pretty much going to beat us. Like, he's going to just like wear them out and not make it comfortable for them. Like, I'm really confident in Toronto. Like, I understand your point where it's like, you know, of course, Embiid and Harden, like, you know, these are 2 bona fide superstars, and their talent alone will most likely carry them to win in the series. But there's just part of me where it's like Nick Nurse is just going to have these guys coaching, is just going to have these guys defensively just locked up.
I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to say
Philly. I don't like how he did it in 19.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, of course, you don't have Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
And Kyle Lowry this year.
I'm going to stick to my guns, say Philly in 6. Because they're at home and Matisse can play at home, I think that's
my hottest take of the playoffs is that I have Raptors in 7 in the first round.
Yeah, we've agreed with everything else so far.
Right, but I think, I don't know. There aren't really many hot takes to make. I feel like though.
No, I feel like every series is gonna be good.
It's pretty self-explanatory in my opinion, pretty much with most of the series.
I think the second round's where it gets interesting, but we're not
gonna. Right. Then once you get into the second round, where it's like the majority of the teams are the high seeds, and it's like you're just getting to the best of the best. It's the 8 best teams in the league, and you know you're just doling it out.
If Gary Trent,
so the potential for those. So I have Heat, Raptors, Celtics, Bucks, Suns, Mavs, Grizzlies, Warriors.
I have Phoenix. Depending on Luka, I have Phoenix, Dallas, or Phoenix, Utah. Golden State, and Memphis. And I have Miami, Philly, Milwaukee, and Boston.
Yeah. So pretty much the same, except for except for the Raptors.
Yeah. So we'll
Sixers.
see. This should be a really good first round playoffs. Should be like one of the best first round playoffs that I've ever seen.
I thought last year's first round was really good. I thought last year's playoffs were overall really good. I mean, I think this year is
I think it's
just
going to
going
be so much better.
I think this year is going to blow it out of the water. I think this year's going to blow out of the water. Not only, I think last year felt so great because it was like, that was when the arenas were starting to reopen again. So that's when that's when like the near full capacity crowds are coming back for the first time. So I think that's why it had like a really good vibe to it. But now it's like all these so many good teams, so many good storylines, so many good players. And now we get the full 100% capacity fans, no COVID restrictions, hopefully.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah,
but it'll be
only sweep great. That we had was Milwaukee, Chicago, and I can completely see Chicago taking a game or two.
Right. I just think the talent pool is just so on par.
And I can even see Minnesota beating.
Where it's like, right. I don't. It's hard for me to see a sweep. I think really realistically the only sweep I think that'll happen is Bucks, Bulls, or Suns, whoever they play in the first round.
Yeah, Suns if they match up with the San Antonio, the Pelicans, because any team can win any game is really what it boils down to.
Right.
All right, so that's first round. We're gonna go to awards because it is award season.
Everybody's MVP. Favorite part of the NBA season.
Every person.
God, because we love award talk.
We do love award talk.
It's not the most frustrating part of the season.
So, wait. Pull up.
We love awards.
MVP. I think it's pretty clear cut Jokic.
Me too.
I don't think.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like mine are kind of simple, kind of quick fire. Jokic MVP. Rookie of the year's tough. Rookie of the year's tough. It's a toss up between Barnes and Mobley for me. The missed time for Mobley kind of hurt him towards the back end, and Barnes kind of caught up with some momentum there at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But I think overall, Mobley had a better season.
I like Mobley because I'm gonna stick to my prediction because I like
defensive player of the year is tough because it's like that's kind of like a hard award to judge. I feel like you could look at so many different metrics and go so many different ways with it.
I think I'm gonna give it to Giannis just because of how switchable he is and how he's the best help side defender.
Yeah,
I think it was just. As long as you have Rudy Gobert, Giannis, or like Bam Adebayo.
Yo, Kevin O'Connor revealed he voted Gobert for DPOY, and he got cooked in the replies.
I like Kevin O'Connor. I like that he just says what he thinks. I respect that.
I'm not saying his opinion was bad. I was just saying that like where you think it's like so obvious that Gobert should be in the conversation. I was seeing people that were like talking. They're like, "Are you
not
crazy?
Even in the conversation?" Oh, yeah, he's definitely in the conversation.
Yeah. People were like crazy that people thought it was crazy that O'Connor he had Gobert as his DPOY.
Yeah, most improved player I think is really interesting as well because the beginning of the year
I'd probably go Ja, honestly.
I'm going DeJounte Murray.
Yeah, that's a fair one too.
Or even like Jordan Poole.
I think Poole's fair, but I think Murray. And I think Murray jumped to another tier, but I think Ja just went to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
When it comes to improvement, like of course he was really good his rookie year. Last year was even better, but I think just the meteoric jump he took from last year to this year is so exponentially large that I feel like he's most improved to me. But but I'm also going to credit DeJounte Murray. He damn near averaged a triple-double.
The only reason
he damn near averaged a triple-double and made the All-Star team. So
the only reason I'm not going to go Ja is because of how much time he missed.
Right. He also did miss a lot of time towards the back end of the year.
Yeah. Coach of the year, I have I always forget his name and I always feel so bad. The Grizzlies coach.
Taylor Jenkins.
Taylor Jenkins. I had Michael Malone stuck in my head. I think Taylor because of.
I feel like you can give it to not Michael Malone,
shooting.
Monty Williams
Monty Williams
or
Ime Udoka from the Celtics. Has
literally Taylor Jenkins. Good Lord. We literally were just talking about him and then I blanked on his name for a second. But I think if you give it to either one of those two, then I'd be fine with that. Or Ime Udoka, yeah. For his first year.
Or
give Jason Kidd.
Say JB Bickerstaff.
Acknowledge Jason Kidd. Acknowledge Jason Kidd. He's not gonna get that many votes, but he should be acknowledged.
I can see him coming in like 6th or 7th.
He should be acknowledged for.
He can get like a 3rd place vote. He can get like a 3rd.
I feel like people didn't give him a chance. You know.
I do too, but
I feel like nobody really gave him a fair shot, and then just like kind of ignored what he was doing.
Oh, I definitely did. I definitely didn't give him a fair shot, but I also
both of us did.
Acknowledged.
I'll own up to it. I was thoroughly impressed, and I'm happy about it.
I was mad as hell when we hired him.
Yeah, me too. But I trusted the process and I waited it out and work with me.
I had James Bouknight and Kai Jones on my all-rookie second team at the beginning of the year. Neither one of them played. The Bouknight thing still kind of confuses me because when he did play, he was really good. Right,
and for him being a lottery pick too, right?
Yeah, like into the lottery, but still a lottery pick nonetheless.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that you saw in March Madness that you're like, wow, I like him? Like his stock like rose for you while watching him?
Oh man, there were a lot. Honestly, RJ Davis at North Carolina.
Okay.
That dude, I know a lot of people are going to say Caleb Love did not have a good national championship game.
He did not.
Did not have a good national championship game. And he's been a streaky player pretty much his entire college career. RJ Davis really took it to another level that I was impressed with in March. I think Banchero really stood out for Duke in the tournament. Yep. Like I know everybody has him like, projected top 3 pick and whatnot. But I think what Banchero showed during their run was really special. I finally just stopped kind of hating on Kansas for a second and really appreciated Agbaji.
Yeah.
God, he's good, man.
The fact that he might be a
it's incredible, dude.
First round pick is incredible.
It's crazy how good the Big 12 is, and it still doesn't get the credit it deserves in terms of talent pool.
Yeah, the fact that
the Big 12 was hands down the best league in college basketball this year, bar none.
Yeah.
And it's probably not going to see that many lottery picks.
Yeah.
But keep talking about the ACC and the Big 10 for me, though. Not like the Big 12's won back-to-back championships or anything, and it's made 3 straight national championships.
I think the person that I saw the most, that I liked the most, was Jeremy Sohan out of Baylor.
Yeah.
I think when he gets drafted, it's going to be an unpopular pick. Like the fans on Twitter are going to be like, what the heck? We just traded for a guy that was like 9-9-9 in Baylor or like whatever he averaged, which wasn't impressive.
Right.
But I think he's going to be the perfect like Draymond Green, like, hey, in like 10 years, you're going to see why we drafted him.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be the corner piece of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you there. I was really oh, man. Oh, I thought Baycott was pretty good too. I think he really showed out for Carolina. Manic was a really fun story.
Yeah.
The transfer out of Oklahoma. I remember watching him for a few years and then
Baycott get drafted?
Him baking out. I don't know. I felt like Baycott got pretty robbed of ACC Player of the Year in my opinion. So that might hurt his stock, unfortunately. Right. But
I can't see a whole lot of teams seeing him.
But 6'10", 240.
He's 6'10".
Yeah.
Okay, so he's technically an undersized center. He's not
6'10", 240, average 16 and 13. His field goal percentage could probably be better. And he doesn't have much of a mid-range game at all.
Yeah.
But he's just like a really athletic guy,
I don't see many teams taking a shot like a draft pick with him, especially not in the first round. Like if anything, it's going to be late second round that I think he's going to get picked up. I like the Jovic kid out of
Nikola Jovic.
Yeah.
I drafted him. I drafted that Jovic guy. I had I don't know if I told you about this. I had did I tell you about this expansion my league I did in 2K?
With what team?
I made a team in Kansas City.
Oh, okay. Then no,
I made a
I
team
didn't.
in Kansas City. I put another team in Seattle. Kyrie got picked in the expansion draft because Brooklyn didn't protect him, which was hilarious. I think my first pick might have been Jordan Poole. Maybe might have been Jordan Poole. I'm not sure though. But not good. But we ended up getting picks, and I ended up getting Nikola Jovic, Trevor Keels, Bryce McGowan's, and Victor Wembanyama as the number 1 pick in the draft
Oh wow.
in 2 years. So
I
that
have
was
a,
pretty cool.
I have a theory
So
about
yeah,
Victor.
I've been doing my research on Nikola Jovic. Dude's a stud.
I love him. I have a theory about Wembanyama, in that his draft, he's gonna go first. I think no matter what next year. But I think how like the casual fan looks at him is going to depend very heavily on how Chet Holmgren does this year.
Right. Yeah.
So I think he's gonna probably be first or second no matter what, unless there's a big college prospect that we're not seeing and just pops out.
I think Chet really showed out too. I know Gonzaga lost early in the tournament, but I think in the games they played, I thought Chet really showed what he can bring, especially defensively.
Yeah, I think I want to see Chet in Detroit. I think Chet in Detroit is ideal for me.
Right.
But well, we got anything else basketball? Or you want to talk a little bit of the stick and ball for a little bit?
Round ball, round bat, man. It's back.
Yes,
so back.
Is.
Got
I got to beat up on the Pirates
series.
in the first
Actually,
series.
the Cardinal series never ended because our series got postponed. Or we were supposed to play at 1:00 today, but our game got postponed because of rain.
Weather.
But the very odd fourth game of a series at 1:00 on a Monday. You know those.
Yeah, of course. Everyone loves sitting down to watch those.
But kind of defeated after losing to the Pirates on Sunday. But it is what it is. You take with what you get. It happens. It happens. You lose. The Yankees lose to the Orioles sometimes. It happens.
I don't know why we do, but we love.
It happens.
We love to do that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how we do it, but we lose to them sometimes.
We love to lose to the Baltimore Orioles in clutch games.
Some days you can win 9-0. The next day you win 6-2, and then the next day you're giving up a grand slam in your opening start as a Cardinal to the Pittsburgh Pirates. So, it's unfortunate. And so we didn't play today, but y'all got shut out today. So
yeah,
that sucks.
Alex Manoah just had our number.
Alec Manoah, he is good. He's good at throwing that like rawhide with red stitches on it.
Yeah, I thought
he's good at tossing that thing.
I was watching a little bit of the Rangers Blue Jays series.
Dude,
I was like,
I don't know what it is between those two teams, but whenever those two go at it, whack shit goes on.
I know why.
Between those two teams, dude.
It's the Jose Bautista.
I don't know if they brought back the Field of Dreams ball for this series specifically, or if both teams pitching rotations were just
when Jose Barrios got fucking shelled.
Or just didn't have it, bro. But they were just smacking the ball.
I think both teams' bats are just that good, though.
I also believe that. I think I'm giving the Rangers lineup a lot less credit than I should be. I was like, outside of Seager and Simeon, I don't really know what they got, but they got Brad Miller, who is always sneaky.
Brad Miller
is always sneaky, man. He led the Cardinals in damn homers in 2020. He's always sneaky, bro. He can play anywhere. He's got the lefty pop. He was fucking leadoff home run like it was nothing against Toronto on Thursday. And then, the game on Sunday was nuts. Dude, the game on Sunday starts like the Blue Jays are just home run derbying on Spencer Howard. Like, poor Spencer Howard threw an 85 cutter cookie down the middle to Vlad, hit it for 118 miles an hour and 467
467, yeah.
Nah, bro. The batted ball data was 18-degree launch angle, 467 feet, 118 miles an hour.
Did you see that Boston home run, dog?
And then I think I saw it was the highest and fastest pitch ever hit for a home run in the StatCast era.
That shit was flying.
It was 99 up and in, or it might have been 101 up and in, and just took off.
It's
Buxton
crazy,
is that
man.
guy.
It's crazy. And then Mike Trout hit a home run on the fastest pitch he's ever hit in his career. The Apple TV broadcast was apparently really bad. I didn't hear it, but I was watching it, but I had it on mute.
I don't love the pitching knee pad thing.
The PitchCom?
Yeah, I don't love that.
Why? It's kind of a boomer take from you.
I know, but when I was watching,
it makes total sense.
I know it does. I think in an idea it's good. I just don't think it's been perfected yet. Because
that comes with time. I think it's their first time using it.
You could see like Severino trying to cover up his ear, trying to see the pitch, and I was like, Severino was very obviously upset with it. And I was like, this kind of sucks. But
yeah, but I think
really
but I think with time.
I think with time it'll get better.
Yeah.
A really good series between the Yankees and the Red Sox.
Yeah, those two never disappoint, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Crazy game on Friday, the opener, which could not have started any better for my Garrett Cole slander. What a start. It was so awesome.
After those 3 runs that we played great. I just don't understand why there's
awesome.
3.
It was the most Garrett Cole start ever. And of course, against the Red Sox. And then, of course, after the game, it comes out with this BS excuse. 4 minutes. It was 4 minutes off my scheduled time. Oh.
I want to say something.
Off my routine. Damn you, Billy Crystal.
As soon as I saw Rafael Devers step up to the plate, I sit here to watch the game.
You could just already see it happening.
As soon as I saw him walk up to the plate after Xander got on base, Kike got walked on 4 pitches. I sat here, I see Rafi Devers, and I'm like, fuck.
Damn it.
I just kind of sit here. I sit here and slouch. There's a ball. There's a high fastball, and I just watch it fly.
Oh, there it goes, man. Second deck, just like that. Like, you didn't even have, like, any time to, like, take a breath when the game started. Like, just immediately, 2-run homer, Rafael Devers, second deck. Here it goes.
As soon as I saw that pitch, I was like, there it is.
Dude, that's always the most anxious feeling as a baseball fan, where it's like you've barely like gotten any chance to settle into watching the game, and like you've already given up. Like the leadoff runner gets on in the first like 2 pitches, and you've barely gotten settled into the game, and then like 2 pitches later, 2-run bomb, and you're just like,
as soon as I saw that middle high fastball to Rafael Devers, I was like,
you're just like, oh, there it is. Shit, wow, that happened fast.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, please play some defense, dog. Please.
People on Twitter saying IKF stands for I can't fucking hit.
Kyle Higashioka. I made memes about you, Kyle Higashioka, for spring training. I made memes about you. Joey Gallo, fucking touch the ball with your bat every once in a while. Aaron Judge, I love you. Stay.
Hey, Josh Donaldson earned his pinstripes.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't deny that. Josh Donaldson earned his pinstripes. Rizzo, round of applause.
Dude, Rizzo's been on fire.
Round of applause for Rizzo, man. That was a good series for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Cardinals got just kind of kicked around the Pirates a little bit for a few days. I will say, even though we lost on yesterday, that opener on Thursday, the first inning of that game was probably like some of the most chilling baseball I've watched in a long time. Like, I personally, and I think I've probably said it on this podcast before, where I've been very anti Albert Pujols on the Cardinals for 2022. I've been
as soon as he signed, I texted you.
Yeah, I've been in the camp of there's no need for him. It's just a PR thing. It's all this. It's if we get him, it'll be the only move we make. And I was right. This was essentially really the only move we made.
It was.
But I essentially looked at it where, the nostalgia is going to hit no matter what.
Right.
I might as well just root for it to go as well as possible if it's gonna happen.
Right.
So, I've been, of course, the Cardinals, they don't know anybody else on the team exists except for Albert Pujols. I think they kind of know who Arenado and O'Neill are.
They love Arenado's hair.
But so do I. It's very good. The flow is very nice, and I respect it.
It was sick.
But what do you call it? Just that first inning of when
Well, it all starts all well because we're just kicking the Pirates' ass in the first inning. Just doesn't like the Pirates pitcher has no time to settle in before Carlson reaches on base. Goldschmidt gets walked. O'Neill gets an RBI. Arenado gets an RBI. And then Pujols with the bags full comes to the plate, man. And when I tell you, everyone is just like on the edge of their seat where they're just like, yo, he's really back, bro. Like he's really up here with the bases loaded, like right now in Busch. And when I say that he looks 10 years younger, he looks 10 years younger wearing a Cardinal jersey. I don't care. I don't know if it had to have been because he was wearing another team's jersey, but he looked so much older not wearing a Cardinal jersey.
It's literally the Dwayne Wade.
As soon as he put back on the birds on the bat, he looks like he's 30 years old again. He's not necessarily hitting like he's 30 years old again.
But he looks like
anyway, he got a really unfortunate fly out that made everybody shit their pants because they thought he had a homer in his first AB back, but he didn't. He went hitless. Him and Molina went hitless, but those two were like the ones that got the most attention.
Right.
Carlson, Goldie, O'Neill, and Arenado combined for like 6 walks, 6 RB. O'Neill had 5 RBI on his own. Arenado had some RBI. Goldie got on 5 times. Waino shoved for 6 shutout innings. Like it was kind of a perfect day, in all honesty. It was quite a perfect opening day. The Saturday game was fine. Kind of same old. Arenado did a lot. Kind of got our shit kicked in last night or yesterday. And then we kick off and then we host Kansas City starting tomorrow for a little 2-gamer. And then we go on a really big road trip. We got a 4-gamer in Milwaukee, a 3-gamer in Miami, and then a 3-gamer in Cincinnati. So kind of getting some favorable. We are getting some very favorable matchups throughout the first month of the season. We were supposed to play 4 versus Pittsburgh, but now it's only going to be 3.
Are we gonna make it up eventually?
Yeah, we're gonna have a doubleheader in I think June is when they said it was gonna be.
Did they change the doubleheader rules?
Yeah, it's back to 9 innings now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that this year or is that next year starting?
This year.
Okay.
Yeah. So 4 games against Kansas City, 3 games against Miami, 3 games against Cincinnati, 4 games against Arizona. And that's just our first month of the year. So I like those. Odds right now.
Those matchups?
It's looking very nice. The matchups. Oh, and then we play Baltimore right after. Oh man, this is great.
I can't wait to start playing not the best teams in the league, but whatever.
Yeah, y'all starting out with Boston and Toronto back to back is tough. At least it was at home.
This Toronto lineup is insane.
There's just no weaknesses.
There is no, even when like Alejandro Kirk or someone walks up, I'm like, I still don't want to watch him.
He still can do damage.
He can still do damage. Like he's the one I'm least afraid of, but like,
right.
I still don't want to see him.
If you throw him a mistake pitch, he's gonna make you pay for it.
Right.
Yeah. So at least you're lucky. After this Toronto series, you have 3 against Baltimore, 3 against Detroit, 3 against Cleveland, 3 against Baltimore, 3 against Kansas City.
Bro, Cleveland can't hit until yesterday.
Yeah, until Stephen Kwan got activated, until the Guardians hit the Kwan, they've now been rejuvenated, and now Stephen Kwan is literally God. It's unbelievable. It's so fun. I'll say my last thing on the Apple TV broadcast or whatever. It doesn't make sense to me. While I'm okay with Major League Baseball kind of going outside of the box for at least where you can watch the games, there's like, I don't care if it's on Apple TV. I'll watch it wherever. It doesn't matter.
You know what I was looking into was buying one game or buying one team for like the baseball season.
Yeah.
I just want to watch the Yankees, really.
Right.
Like I'm not a super diehard. I got to watch every game of the MLB series. It's like $150 to do that for one team. In basketball and the NBA, it's $35.
Right.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know. But my point was going to be is like, if you're going to go to like, if you just like, I feel just like Major League Baseball just like doesn't just like put things together. They have complained for years about blackouts. They've complained that games aren't as accessible as they used to be, and they want games to be accessible. They want to watch baseball, and they put it on a paywall, which it is what it is. But then they make the broadcasters they don't even watch the game. They don't talk about the game. They spend 5 minutes just not talking about baseball at all. And it does not make any sense to me. And where it's they want to say they want to grow the game and then just fall flat on their face every time.
Don't make watching one team the same price as watching a whole season. When I saw that, I was like, really? One team?
Right.
That's whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It wouldn't be blacked out here because I'm not in New York.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing for me too with Cardinal games,
But I was like, screw that. I'm just gonna legally stream that. It was like $35.
Not going to admit it.
No. We love paying money for baseball.
I pay for my streaming services.
And actually pay for the NBA one, but I can't watch Mavs games on that.
Right. And you know what's not that accessible around here? Valley Sports Southwest.
Yeah, I mean, I just watch stuff. I don't have a TV. I just watch stuff on a laptop. So
right. So at that point, you're kind of just restricted to just streaming at that point. So,
or get the Bally app and deal with all that. But I that's too much work.
So, all right. So next on the docket, Masters. Scotty Scheffler, our own Scotty Scheffler, Highland Park. Kidding.
Dude, I don't know who that is. Is that a real person?
Yeah, Scotty Scheffler won the Masters over the weekend. Highland Park alumni. He joins now the illustrious group that includes names as such of Clayton Kershaw and Matthew Stafford.
Did you know they went to high school together?
As now champions of their sport, all now Highland Park Scots. So
did you know they went to high school together?
You don't really hear about it nowadays,
Matthew Stafford went to high school together?
Some
what a cool school that must be.
Some you don't really hear about nowadays,
Dude, I love hearing that every time either one of them is on TV.
Dude, now Scotty Scheffler is going to be named with, now Scotty Scheffler is a group he's going to be referred with for the rest of his life.
God, I hope not. I can't deal with that. Especially since I don't know who that is.
We'll get to know him, buddy. Because he's from Dallas, so you're going to be hearing about him.
Dude, the only golfer I know is Tiger Woods and Jordan Spieth.
Well, guess what? Scotty Scheffler is going to be on Jordan Spieth territory real soon. So
and Rory McIlroy.
Have fun. It's McIlroy, actually.
It's McIlroy.
It's Rory McIlroy.
Roy McIlroy be kind of sick though. Yeah. What happened to McIlroy? What's he doing now?
I don't know. Stealing Grammys from really classic hip hop albums. Winning a Grammy over Yeezus.
I think we got to end this. What are we talking about?
I don't know. Well, you asked me what Macklemore's up to, and I was telling you what he was up to.
Dude, okay. When's the last? Okay. Before we end, when is the last time Macklemore dropped an album?
I have no idea, and I don't care to find out.
Well, you're going to, because I want to look this up. Not Willie Nelson.
Yeah, I'm curious as well. Macklemore. Were there any Grammys? Any Grammy takes you got?
Dude, I didn't watch the Grammys. I have no idea.
I know you did.
He hasn't dropped anything since 2017.
Wow.
Actually, he dropped an EP.
But apparently The Heist is the best there is.
The Heist was
in the music industry.
For the times The Heist dropped, I thought that was the greatest hip hop project of all time because I was like 12. I didn't know rap music until I listened to The Heist, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of sick." And then
I just want you to know that The Heist beat out Nothing Was the Same, Good Kid, Mad City, Magna Carta, Holy Grail, and Yeezus.
Yeah, but did it have Thrift Shop on it? No, it didn't.
That's crazy because I feel like
it didn't have $20 in their pocket.
That's crazy.
I'm popping tags. I don't even remember how the song goes.
Blood on the Leaves alone shits on anything Macklemore has made in his career.
Can I go thrift shopping? What?
Now, I will say that did have its
what,
cultural
what?
impact on society in 2012, and
You know what else had a cultural impact?
and
like
I was
that?
not in. I did not fall short in that group of listening to it on my way to basketball games to get hype.
Shout out Gangnam Style. Shout out the Harlem Shake.
Shout out Carly Rae Jepsen.
Shout out Carly Rae Jepsen.
Call Me Maybe.
No.
Classic. Will never be topped.
Never. There will never be a better song than "Call Me Baby" by Carly Rae Jepsen. Never. Not one.
Oh man, it's kind of tough, you know. It's really
What
hard.
about that Lord song, "Royals" by
Oh,
Lorde?
dude, Lord slaps, man. Royals,
See that?
tennis court, team.
Tennis court.
Come on
I think
now.
I only know Royals.
Come on now. Lord's got some bops. I feel like Lord and Ellie Goulding are kind of on like the same spectrum in terms of like just bangers.
Megan Trainor.
Just bangers. Do not put Megan Trainor in the same category as Ellie Goulding and Lord. Those two sit
anyone
on a
else?
different. Those two are over here.
Kelly Clarkson.
I think we've reached our time limit for today. I appreciate you guys.
I think we've got to go while we're ahead.
Yeah, I think Aiden's
The
starting to
first
lose
45 minutes.
I think
great.
I think Aiden's starting to lose his mind a little bit, guys. You know, once sports isn't the topic anymore, kind of
We've
doesn't really
evolved
get
into
anywhere
animals.
after that. So I think it's a good ending point here. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. I will not be a terrible co-host and wait a week to upload this. Aiden, you have my word because I'm literally saying it on the show right now.
Wow. Clip it and ship it.
When you hear this podcast, it will be released on Tuesday, April 12th.
Getting it out before the play-in game?
Don't even know what time it'll come out, but it'll come out.
It'll be there.
It'll be there tomorrow. It'll be on
you to it.
Spotify. It'll be on Apple Podcasts, and it'll be on YouTube.
I'll hold you to it. Also, shout out Josh Green. Josh Green's been playing
Shout
really
out
well
Josh
recently.
Green. He's going to get playoff minutes this year, and it's going to be spectacular.
Early most improved player next year. I'm going to stick to my guns.
That is, you're going to literally die on that hill, unfortunately.
Oh, I will.
You'll die so lonely on that
I'm
hill.
going to die on that hill until he wins the award. Every year from now on, it's Keldon Johnson or Josh Green.
There's got to be like a certain age where you just like aren't eligible for the award anymore, right?
Who's the oldest person to win?
Can you even have an age limit on most improved player?
I think there's been some pretty old ones that have won the award.
Most improved
Daryl
player.
Armstrong won it when he was 30. So
Wow.
I got 9 more years of this.
Julius Randle won it in 2020-21, so he would have been
Like
26. He was 26 when he won it last year.
Yeah. Daryl
I think
Armstrong was 30. Hideo Turkoglu, 28.
I was gonna say Hideo
27.
Turkoglu when he won it was a little bit experienced.
Yeah, I've got time.
Okay.
I've got time to push this narrative. Victor
Okay.
Oladipo, 25.
All right.
We can do this. We can go all. Oh, I'm not.
So you're telling me that Josh Green is going to enter into the namesake of Kevin Love, Paul George, Jimmy Butler, CJ McCollum, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Brandon Ingram, Pascal Siakam, and Julius Randle.
We're gonna trade Tim Hardaway Jr. in the offseason. Josh Green's gonna get those minutes. He's gonna be 6th man of the year and most improved player in the same.
Where is Tim Hardaway Jr. going, and who is taking on his contract?
Clippers.
For who? For what? A
Nothing.
printer?
I don't even want. Yeah, sure. I'll take a printer. Just get the money off my team. Him and when we throw him and Bertans.
Wow, we're already getting off the Bertans train like that?
Dude, I'm so ready for this offseason. I have so many offseason takes. It's insane. All right, we've got to stop before I start rambling.
Yeah. We got to stop before Aiden starts giving us his entire offseason wish list.
Dude, I'm so
and just his entire hypothetical if he was Mavs GM.
What do you think I do every day? What do you think I wake up for? hypothetical DeAndre Ayton to the Mavs trades.
It really does suck that we can no longer make Giannis to Dallas a hypothetical.
Oh no, in my head it's still there.
It really does suck that that's not a
Can't you
hypothetical
wait
anymore. Like, it
We're gonna-
really pains me. Like, it was so fun really believing for a split second.
You see that KD tweet about Dwight Powell?
Bro, KD's tampering, bro.
Get KD to Dallas, dog.
KD's tampering, bro. Luka's building a culture.
I do believe that, actually. I think we're gonna.
Oh, I
have some
absolutely believe so too.
And him and our new GM, we're gonna have some luck. We're gonna sign. I
Bro,
don't know
there's
if
Nico. Nico's gonna pull one out of Nico's gonna reach into his bag, and he is going to do something this offseason. That's gonna make us be like a little. Whoa, you were able to do that?
Please have no more sexual assault charges, though, Mavericks. That'd be super
Yep.
cool of you.
Yeah, let's
Let's not
raise the bar a little bit,
let's
All
not
right.
be doing that anymore.
please.
Because I like this team.
Me too.
This team is the only thing that brings me happiness in my life.
Just win a playoff series, pretty please.
Just Luka, be okay.
Pretty please.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. When you see this play in, watch the play in. Watch it how right we were because we're
Are we
masterminds.
NBA scheduled promoters? Am I just now like tune
No,
in
it's
tomorrow
not.
at 6 p.m.
No.
Central as the Cleveland Cavaliers take on the Brooklyn Nets in the
Not until we
Eastern
get a bag.
Conference play-in.
Not until we get a bag. Not until they start paying us. Just we're gonna be right. I'm gonna go on to work for what's their name? Quick intermission. I'm gonna go on to work for the Ringer. I'm gonna be the next Kevin O'Connor with all my right predictions. I'm gonna interview Josh Green and I'll be good. I'll be good.
I feel like we probably should have ended this like
Oh no, we definitely should have.
a good 2 minutes
rambling
ago.
about my talking about interviewing dude. If I interview Josh Green, life good. Thank you guys for watching.
Oh, man. I feel like we haven't like officially ended
tune
it, but
in.
I feel like it's kind of over now.
Tune in next week when we talk about how well the Mavericks are playing in the second round.
Yeah, we've reached our point. We'll see you guys
reached-
next time.
Pure, just degrading.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for watching.